let me turn this metronome off because I always forget to turn it off every time I film a video. Good morning, gathered friends, and welcome back to the channel. Now, over on the side of the Slipknot camp, there's been a bit of a ruckus, I should say.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
Because here recently, somebody leaked not just the album artwork for Slipknot's upcoming album, but they also released the track listing and the album's title, which I've heard a few people kind of focusing in on because the album's new title, or the new album's title, is The End for Now. Now, I'm pretty sure people have their speculations as to what the end is, but, you know, because that's the cool thing about Slipknot is that they've always been, you know, vague and mysterious just for the sake of being vague and mysterious. But what I think the end means is that a while back I read an interview with Clown that said that this upcoming album after We Are Not Your Kind was going to be the last album that they did with Roadrunner Records, which is the label they've been signed under since the very beginning. So maybe the end means the end of their tenure with Roadrunner Records, but I could be wrong. And shortly after all of these things were leaked, it was confirmed by the band themselves. And along with these confirmations, Slipknot's also dropped a new song which is going to be featured on the album, which is why we're here today. Because today we are going to be listening to the Dying song. Now, I did see a little snippet of the video on Slipknot's Instagram page, and I think the one thing that I'm most excited to see is Sid's new mask and just his whole new costume in general, because at this point, he is just looking like a full-on Bionicle, and I am all here for it. So a while back, I did a reaction video for the CHAPELTOWN rag, which in the leaked track listing photo, that song is actually going to be on the album, so that's pretty good. But I really liked that song when it dropped, so I have pretty high hopes for this one too. So, as not to waste any more time with this video, let's go ahead and get right into the Dying song. And play. I love the little disco tribal S logo. That's pretty cool. That's what that makes me feel like doing. Okay. Interesting. What in the world?
Put your hands into the water, let your mouth go sick and dry. Put your life into your death now, let them sing till you die. Die, 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 you let go, rather than rhetorical, babble looking lyrical.
Ah, there we go.
Always in your death, Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost, communist, comatose, show me all the ways that are bad. The middle of a nuclear winter is a modern achievement of the ritual apocalyptic horde. Satan, you must be mistaken, there are no more Satans, only the bosses are the born. Forget, deny, ignore, nice, try, it's you. Regret, rely.
Ah, that is so cool. That is so cool. Ooh! That sounds cool. I like that. Hold up. I love that Craig is just standing there headbanging with a keyboard. It's like I imagine the conversation with the producers of the video went like, "Hey Craig, so we're trying to do something new and cool for this video. What do you have any ideas for what you want to do?" And he probably didn't even say anything. He just sat there. And the producers were like, "All right, just get him a keyboard. Get him a keyboard." love this weird little sound effect that I'm hearing on the left side of my ear. Oh, that looks gross. Oh, yes! That was cool, I like that. Okay, that kind of sounds like the CHAPELTOWN rag. I like Clown's little disco ball mask. Ooh, I like that little synth. That sounds cool. Oh, was that mask moving? Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Is Slipknot gonna start world building now? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Between this song and the CHAPELTOWN rag, I definitely like the Dying song a lot more. It just feels like there's a lot more substance to it, because the thing about the CHAPELTOWN rag is that it is a good song, but it sounds like the kind of song that you would put out as like a little teaser song. You know, another thing I got to comment on is Corey's voice, man. It's just like he's slowly getting back to that Iowa sound, that Iowa type of scream that he had back then. So I just went back and listened to the song again, which is something that I hardly ever do. Actually, I never do when I've done my other reaction videos, but after listening to it a second time and having more time to process all the things that are going on, I think so far I only have two real nitpicks with the song, and the first one being that I wish they would have found a way to go back into that little lead that Jim plays just before the first chorus. That sounded really cool. It was super melodic, super, like, you know, new metal, but it's just a shame that it only went back, that we only got to hear it once. I really wish they would have gone back to that, because that sounded really awesome. The second nitpick I have is the marching snare segment towards the end of the song. And I get, you know, the marching snares have always been a key component of Slipknot songs, but they already kind of did it in the CHAPELTOWN rag, so me personally, I would have had them do something different in place of the marching snare segment, just to kind of, you know, separate it from the CHAPELTOWN rag. And I know I keep bringing up the CHAPELTOWN rag, and I'm sorry, but, you know, we've just got two songs to work with here. I guess the only other nitpick I have with this song is that the bass was just a little too quiet for my liking. The only time I could really hear it was when V-Man was playing that little run alongside Jim. But that's the thing, you know, these are just nitpicks, you know, they're nothing that's gonna deter me away from listening to the song, because it is a brilliant song. It was very well written, very well put together. You know, I know a lot of people, I've heard people, you know, have their complaints and issues with, you know, Corey Taylor doing a lot more singing in Slipknot songs, but I feel like, you know, if it works and it goes with the song, why not? Corey Taylor is a brilliant singer. Never fails. Recording software just dropped out again. You'll love to see it. Okay, so I actually need to make a quick correction, because I think earlier on in the video I said that the name of Slipknot's new album was The End for Now, but I'm actually on Slipknot's YouTube page, and in their little banner it's actually titled The End So Far, so that's my bad. But my theory on this end, referring to their end of the time with Roadrunner, still stands. You know, and real quick, going back to Corey's singing, I'm sorry I'm all over the place. I'm still trying to wake up, actually. But I know a lot of people over the years have expressed their dislike of Corey singing a lot more in Slipknot songs, but I just have to say this, you know, having listened to every song on every album after Volume 3, I kind of feel that for every song that has like a sing-songy chorus, or where Corey's singing for a good majority of the song, there's also songs on those albums where Corey is just screaming his head off, and it's like the old Corey that we all know and love. I personally don't have a problem with the singing, because most of the time it fits the song. The song calls for it, in my opinion at least. You know, I really love the chorus for this song. I can easily see, like, when they start playing this song live, I can easily see everybody singing along to it, you know, just chanting it out, because it's very melodic. It sticks in your head. I think the only thing that I'm hoping for now is that they release one more song before the full album drops, and it's just an absolute banger. It's just the heaviest thing that they've done on this record. But if not, then that's okay too, because I'm going to be excited for this album either way. Also, I guess while I still have y'all here, when the album does drop, would y'all want me to do a full album review on it? Because I actually meant to do one for Iron Maiden's Senjutsu after I did a reaction video for Writing on the Wall, but I honestly just never got around to it. But I would be willing to make time to do a full track-by-track album review of The End for Now, if that's what y'all want. But aside from all of that, I don't really have much else to say, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. You know, Slipknot was one of the bands that got me through middle school, so I figured this is the least I can do to support them. It's just to continue, you know, buying their albums, because, you know, even though I might not agree with all the musical directions that they've gone in sometimes, they're still gonna be a great band to me. So I am gonna go ahead and sign off here. As always, thank you all so much for stopping by, and have a good one.